Where do we go on week 3?
So week 3, I was in Neyland Stadium to see
Okay.
the undefeated Vols play Kentucky. Kentucky was, I think, number 23, 22 at the time. So, it was a big game for them because
Yeah,
they had Georgia. They had Georgia coming up, and this was important not to overlook this game.
for sure.
Um, but it was, I felt kind of lucky to be there just to, because it's been a long time since Tennessee has had a season like this. And,
For sure.
you know, I could tell from meeting all these fans, they were excited. And
Uh,
just being in that stadium for the pregame, it was pretty cool. It was Halloween weekend. They had this spooky Rocky Top that they played, and everybody just went
oh,
crazy before the
that's
game.
awesome. I saw some of
Yeah.
that. I saw that on YouTube. And then of course they put those lights in and the spotlights whenever they turn the
Oh
lights
yeah.
off in the T. Now, I mean
Yes.
they've upgraded everything in Knoxville. It looks incredible on TV. And I tell
Yeah.
you,
So I was just gonna say, so they ran out. I was in the one of the end zones, the opposite of the T where they run out of, and it looked really cool when I was there. But when I saw the video on Twitter of them running into the T, I was like, wow, I can't believe I was there. It
it
just looked
look
so cool on TV.
right. And I think that's kind of one of those things that it looks cool in the stadium, but it looks even cooler on TV. There's shots
Yeah.
that you get in Tiger Stadium that you can only get from a helicopter and different angles that we would never be privy to that are just absolutely incredible. Man, Knoxville's always I love going to Tennessee. So whenever my wife and I got married, we got married like you should do. If you're going to get number one, if you're going to get married in the fall in the South, then you daggum better do it on an off week. Period.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you're not you ain't getting me at your wedding, and this has been a point of contention in the past. I'm sorry, but everybody listening, don't invite me to your wedding in the fall unless LSU's off. Otherwise, I ain't gonna be there. But but whenever my wife and I got married, that was weird. It was after 9/11. 9/11 had just happened. We got married in 2001, 2 weeks after 9/11. And we went on our honeymoon. We went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and just coincidentally, LSU played Tennessee in Knoxville the
Wow.
very next week. I mean, just very ironic that we ended up there. But so our first trip, we went to Neyland Stadium and went to watch LSU play Tennessee. Wild. It was a good ball game. Tennessee won. I don't remember the final score. They pulled away at the end, but it was a good ball game. What was so interesting is that was back right after 9/11, and I still remember. I can't remember his name right now, but he was a famous actor on Law and Order on TV, and he was a senator, I think, and from Tennessee. Well, he came out and gave just one of the most amazing speeches that I've ever heard before the game. You know, that was back when everybody had an American flag and the USA chants were going around. We didn't know who had hit the World Trade Center, and yet we
Yeah.
weren't at war yet. It was still very very fresh on everybody's mind, including mine. I hadn't been in a football stadium since all of that had happened, and then my very first trip, the first stadium back was in Knoxville. But man, we just had so much fun with those folks and just partied, had a great time. So on Cumberland, and then a few
See,
years later we went back. I've been there twice, and I'll be back again without a doubt. I can't wait to go back to that
yeah.
place.
Yeah, I'd love to go back too. One of the cool things about Tennessee is, they have the river that runs right next
Yes,
to the
that's
stadium, and they have the Ball Navy, they call it.
right.
And I wanted to go, experience the Ball Navy. So
Oh yeah.
I had a 12 pack of beer. I didn't know anybody. I was just walking along the docks, and I saw this boat that had a lot of people on it. I just hopped on the boat and I started talking to people,
That's
and
freaking awesome, dude.
yeah, and I had a good time. That
Well,
everybody that
I
I talked to
guess.
was so friendly. And keep in mind, I'm wearing my FSU hat to all these
Sure.
games. I always to show to show respect to the home team. I always wear a top of the home team, and I'm gonna do something special with all the stuff that I'm wearing one day. Put it in my
Yeah.
man cave.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That'll be incredible. And I would
but
expect
yeah,
nothing less. I mean, that's what I would do it the same way. I thought about this because I'm like, man, I really want to go do what Brandon's doing one of these days and just go to some of these legendary places that I haven't been. I've been to a lot of places, mainly in the SEC, but I really would love to make this tour as well. And I was thinking, how would I do that? Because I would be there as a neutral fan. I really wouldn't care either way.
yeah,
I would have to represent LSU, period. And I like the way you do it. You wear your Seminoles hat, and nothing wrong with that. You had your LSU gear on the other day too, which was awesome. So that's the only way to do it, and still didn't get too much flack. We are overlooking the fact that y'all beat us to begin the season. We're just gonna move past that, and
yeah.
but you
And
do
and
have
and
you've got the
yeah.
bragging rights, my man.
Hey, but I wasn't there to bring that up or anything. I was
Not at
just
all.
trying to have a good
You
time
were
experiencing
not. You
LSU game
you
day.
were
I
not.
wasn't
Not
there.
at all.
Yeah, but I I will say when I was on the field after the game, this kid walked by me and he was talking trash to me, and then he took my hat and he threw it across the field, but somebody ended up throwing it right back to me. So
Well,
no harm,
good.
no foul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What an
it's
idiot.
all in good fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a whole out of body experience for me personally that night. I couldn't tell you what happened in the last like 5, 10 minutes of that ball game and 15 minutes after. It's all just a
Yeah.
blur. I felt like I was floating. But anyhow, things happen. Things happen.